Natural land mash. Standard grass, clover, dandelion. You can't escape, little girl. And it's just standard weeds. It's natural land mash for hens. My great-grandmother showed my dad this when he was just a young lad. But you see how their combs is like a little pink? And I've done this deliberately to them just to prove a point. I feed them this grass here, obviously, for a couple of days, and their combs will turn just as red as can be. They get all the cracked corn they want. And I have a little run for them out here, like over there. That's what I give the chickens every day. And you can see I'm just picking grass, dandelions, clover, and putting it in the standard horse feeding bucket. I'll get down here to my dad's chickens and I'll show you what I'm talking about, because for 1 week I did not feed my chickens any grass / weeds, whereas I kept doing my dad's because I gave him 4 chickens, you know, 1 rooster, 3 hens. And as you know, a rooster doesn't make your hens lay eggs. It just fertilizes your eggs. But when I said my grandmother, well, she technically is not my grandmother. She is my great-great-grandmother's sister, which her name was Pearlie Hatfield. And yes, it's the same Hatfields from the Hatfields and McCoys. She died at age 63 of a heart attack after she come back from church, because she lived right down the road. She walked to and from church. And after church, she was talking to an individual there at the fence and fell over dead with a heart attack. But anyway, her name was Pearlie Hatfield, and she told my, showed my dad, just by feeding your chickens grass and weeds, that it makes them lay eggs. And it was sometime in the late 50s, early 60s, because she died at 63. But and he passed that knowledge on to me, and I'm passing it on to you. But once we get down here to the chickens, I'll show you how red their combs are. Oh, and here's another little thing. I was just telling Patera at Appalachian Homestead. There's my house. And here at the end of my yard, I don't know how they done it. They must have flew in under the radar. But they threw off trash right here. There's my house. Right here. And here is the old abandoned house I was speaking of. This was pre-Civil War. And they backed in there because you can see the tracks. I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not, but you can see the tracks. And they threw it here. So what did I do? I called the sheriff, because there's names in here, and I Google Earth their address, which is about 8-9 miles away. Anyway, I called the sheriff. He said that he'd have the inmates come out and pick it up, and they did that yesterday. And he got out of the little van, prison wagon or what have you, come out and dug through the black bags there and found the names. So whether they'll be getting paid a little visit, I don't know, and I hope they do. But yeah, outside of that, let's go back and get to the subject of the video here, as nature's laying mash for your chickens. Okay, now look at these chickens' combs and wattles, how red they are. There's no pink in them. Ain't that right? And they're popping out eggs on a daily basis, although there's only 3 hens. But anyway, and I got those wood things in there for them. Scratch around, get under, and get worms and grubs and such. And they're strong enough to move them and flip them from side to side. I have them currently in a round bale holder until we get their chicken coop completed. But that's just what fresh grass does to their chickens, and it's a natural laying mash. And I'm gonna get ready to throw in the grass seed here, or the grass right here. Little Roo there, he'll start clucking and chirping and telling the girls chow's on. Here we go. We just want to go up here. Anyway, that's about it for right now. Like I said, nothing dramatic, no camera angles, nothing of that nature. Just down and dirty, quick information. Thank you for watching.